What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Hit Run Podcast, episode 6. I apologize for the last video. When I said that was episode 6, that is episode 5. My apologies for that. But welcome back to another episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Elijah Smalls. I'm your host. We're going to talk about some things today. We're going to talk about Trippie Red album that just came out yesterday. We're going to talk about Kendrick's return to make his last FTA album. And then also we're going to talk about how LeBron James reacted to him getting 0 votes. And then we're going to talk about the return of CM Punk to professional wrestling. That right there just got me right there. After seven straight years, he was out of the business. But first things first, I want to say like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell for post notifications of when an update of the next video is coming. But yeah, let's get to it. So we're gonna talk about the Trippie Red album that came out yesterday. 10 out of 10. Absolutely. Trippie killed it. Lil Durk was on there, Polo G, and some other famous artists like X. May God rest his soul. Yeah, Trippie killed it. Trippie created the best album, I think, that out of all the albums that came out, the new ones like the Dark and Baby or the Cole, I think that Trippie Red impressed me the most out of all those rappers, because Trippie Red has not been getting the most attention lately because, people say, oh, he's trash, he's this, he's that. Trippie's actually very underrated. I can tell you right now firsthand, Trippie's really underrated, and I think that Trippie can be one of the best rappers if he consistently puts out music and consistently does what he does. And personally, I think Trippie is better than some of the rappers that you think that are big top rappers today, because Trippie, he be out here, man. Trippie really out here making good music, man. That motherfucker look like he be on crack and shit, but damn, he making some great good music, man. His music don't be too bad. Either other albums, I think, but albums, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be real with yourself. Trippie's actually very underrated. I thought Trippie was actually that good of an artist at first, but when I started hearing him more, this motherfucker can pump up the whole room, pump up the whole party, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, props to Trippie, man. That was a good album, man. You know what I'm saying? Trippie did his thing, and shout out to all the rappers that were on that album doing their thing as well. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get any better than that. But another thing I want to talk about is of what Kendrick posted. I don't got the quote right here, but he's talking about him doing his last album. Uh, he didn't announce when it's gonna drop, but he said he's working on it. But my thoughts on that is like, it's been a long time since you see Kendrick. Kendrick he's been out of the picture for a while. Kendrick's one of those rappers that he's to stay true to himself. And, he wants to make sure that he makes good music. He wants to be a lyricist. He wants to make art in his songs, which is why I think Kendrick is probably one of the best rappers, or the best rapper in this generation, because of what he does and what he says in his raps, just like J. Cole does, just like, who else? Any other lyrics artist instead of a mumble artist, I think that Kendrick is more of a storyteller. He tells stories in his songs, which makes you think and makes you pick up on shit. You know what I'm saying? Makes you pick up on shit. And then I picked up on a lot of things Kendrick said, like in his last album when he had that song Pride or Loyalty. He was saying some shit in them songs. Y'all gotta be listening to them songs and look deep into them songs and them lyrics. He be saying some shit. So as I'm saying, Kendrick is probably the best rapper in this generation. Probably Drake, you know what I'm saying? But look, y'all can say Lil Baby, but Kendrick out here doing shit. J. Cole out here doing it too. J. Cole and Kendrick are way better than the rappers we have today. And that is a fact. And you know why? Because I think that the albums they put out before these rappers, because they're old cats now. They've done shit way before these young cats. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta understand, J. Cole and Kendrick are just two of the best lyrics artists in this generation. You can't have no better than that. And I think that I'm hoping that Kendrick actually puts out a good album, better than J. Cole, because people are calling Kendrick the best rapper to ever live. Now, Kendrick can also prove everyone right by creating more art in his songs, excuse me, and just make everybody be so attracted to his album that say, "Oh no, he's about to leave music." You know, I just feel like Kendrick is that dude, and people don't see that, man. People don't look deep into these artists, man. Kendrick is really like that, bro. Telling the true story, man. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to get into talking about, LeBron getting 0 votes and, who is the best player in the NBA or in the world. I'm going to say this as someone who likes LeBron. Kevin Durant is the best player in the world right now. After what he just proved last season, Kevin Durant is the best player last season, and now he's about to do more things. So don't expect that to be his only good season. Next year is about to be way different. Everyone's gonna be healthy. Everyone's gonna be at full strength. So like the Warriors, like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson coming off a 2-year injury. Yeah. Kevin Durant is about to do some shit that y'all ain't gonna like. Like, I'm gonna like it. Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA right now. And he proved that last season, and he's proved that when he came back off that catastrophic injury. So, yeah, my nigga, of course. Kevin Durant, if Kevin Durant's big ass fucking nasty ass feet didn't land on that fucking line, then we'll be having a whole other conversation. Like, oh, Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James, he's better than Michael Jordan. Let me stop myself right there. That's the conversation that would have came up. People talk about how Kevin Durant is the best scorer of all time, is one of the best scorers, one of the best skill scorers. Personally, I think Kevin Durant is number 2 of the best scorers of all time. Number 2. Number 2. Before Kobe Bryant. Number 2. Number 2. Because Kevin Durant has also proved that he's one of the best skill scorers. 7 feet tall, can score anywhere. Can play the D, can play the 5, can play the 4. Kevin Durant has proved that he can play that he can't play the point, but he can score when it's needed. He can score whenever he wants to. He can drop 50 a night. I can see Kevin Durant dropping 30 to next season. I can see him win an MVP next season. But back to LeBron though, right? LeBron James has proved at the age of 36 years old, and this man seems like he's still in his prime, bro. All the athleticism with his old ass doing that shit, it's impressive. And y'all gotta understand, people hate on LeBron for, oh, he has to win with a super team. That's not the case, bro. If Kevin Durant wants to go out here creating super teams too, all right. LeBron said, say less. Got Russ, got Melo, you know. And now you got, first things first, I want to say this to y'all. First thing, looking straight through here. If the Lakers versus Nets happen next year at the NBA Finals, if everybody is healthy, I swear to you, the Lakers and Nets are going to 7 games. They're not going. People say, oh, the Nets are going to sweep them. Or the Lakers are going to beat them in 5. No. These teams are too good to get swept. And I'm saying this right now. Russ will fit with the Lakers. Watch. He will fit with the Lakers because both Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are both running the offense. Okay. I don't know who's going to be running the offense next year. It's probably going to be LeBron. But saying this right now, if LeBron wants to keep all the weight off his shoulders and put half on Russ and put half on AD or Melo, the Lakers are going to have a good season. They're going to run through the West and the East, or they can run through everybody. You know what I'm saying? If the Lakers are clicking just like that, the Lakers are going to have a good season. If the Nets click just like that, like they already did, they're going to have a good season. Or like the Warriors, or like the Celtics, or like everybody who is ready and prepared, who has the mentality to just lead their team, work with each other to make sure that everything doesn't get messed up and everything is just put together in pieces. You know what I mean? Just by response to that, LeBron getting 0 votes, okay. I get it. I know why he got 0 votes for a reason. Because he wasn't the best last season. Kevin Durant was. Giannis Antetokounmpo was. Steph Curry was. He didn't get 0. He got 0 votes. Personally, I think LeBron had his not worst season, but I think he had his worst season last season because of his injuries. Just him just being so fatigued, and he was just off. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? When after his ankle injury, I was like, yeah, the Lakers are not winning no championship this year. I said that last season. I was like, yeah, the Lakers not winning. And I picked the Nets to win, but the Nets lost. I was like, damn. And I picked the Suns to win. I was like, damn, they lost too. So everything was just weird. And I want to mention this to you, right? The Suns had the luckiest season ever. I don't care what nobody says. Them injuries saved their asses. Chris Paul was saved by injuries. And I know the man got injured himself, but that shoulder was fine. You know how he performed. You see how he was performing against the Clippers? He was fine. You know what I'm saying? He was just fine. And you know what? I really thought the Suns were going to win. I was like, they're going to win. But Giannis just got injured too. Yeah, the Suns are definitely going to win this. But when I looked back, I was like, yeah, this was the luckiest season they had. And they lost to a fully healthy Bucks team. So I was like, yeah, they lost for a reason. Because they're not beating those top teams. They were good, but they weren't good enough to beat those top 5 teams. That's why the top 5 teams got injured. The Suns were top 5. But do you really think a full-strength Lakers team, they're beating them? No. Are they beating a full-strength Bucks team? No, because they just got beaten 6 games. Do you think that the Suns will be able to beat the Nets? If the Nets went to the finals and they were healthy and the Suns faced you, do you think the Suns would be able to beat the Nets? In the 7-game series? No. The Suns would probably get swept. And I'm saying this firsthand. The Suns will probably got their asses swept. Because people call Devin Booker the next Kobe Bryant. He does have a Kobe Bryant-esque game. He can shoot the mid-range. He can shoot 3. He can get to the basket. He can dunk on somebody. You know what I'm saying? He can score at will when it's needed. And he proved to me last season that nigga's a dog. That light-skinned ass nigga's a dog. And y'all telling me light-skins can't ball? Oh, they can. That one can. That one acts like a dark skin. And, Devin Booker and Chris Paul work so well together. That's why Chris Paul re-signed with the Suns. I think that's the reason he said, yeah, I can work with this dude for a very long time. I could work with this dude. And it worked. But next season, I don't think the Suns are going to see the finals. I don't think they're even going to see this, the second round. You know what I mean? I just think that the West is going to be even harder for the Suns to bounce back and get to the finals and probably win again. Because that's not going to happen. They're not beating the Warriors. If Steph and Clay come back, everything's going to be... They're going to shut the league up and say, yeah, you better stop with that Warrior slander bullshit because we're coming. And now you see... Now, all these NBA teams, they have best players on their team. Just like if you look at the Kings, they're ass. They got De'Aaron Fox. He's the best player on the team. If you look at who else? Who else was ass this year? Really, really ass. I'm trying to think of it. I can't even think of this shit. This should be hard to think about, right? The Celtics were ass. Absolutely. We already knew that. We already knew that. They were ass in the free agency. We already knew that was going to happen. But, the Wizards, I think the Wizards they should have never made the playoffs. Or even playing. Because how are all of a sudden the Wizards click that fast? They click that fast? Yeah, no. Alright. But back to LeBron. LeBron did his thing, but he didn't do enough to be able to get a vote of being the best player in the world. So I think that honorably deserves to go to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant did his thing. Even though Giannis played a full season, even though he won the Finals MVP in the finals, I still think Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. Even though I like LeBron, LeBron's my guy, but that shit, that 7-foot tall Slim Reaper, nah. No one fuck with him. And no one's gonna fuck with him next season. Just like no one's gonna fuck with Steph. LeBron looked like he out there getting the work in. No one's gonna fuck with LeBron. You know, there's lots of things that's gonna happen this season. But also, I want to get into a little bit of professional wrestling. Now get this shit right. I have not watched that shit in about like 3 years because that shit was just ass. That shit was just growing to be ass. And I think it was WWE, right? Yeah, WWF or WWE, whatever. It was just ass. So I was just like, yeah, I'm fucking done with this shit. Y'all pissed me off. Y'all just wasting my time with these fucking 4-hour fucking shows. Yeah, it was just not needed. And I know they've been doing it for like about like what, like over 30 years? But no, it's not happening with me. Definitely not happening with me. No. Personally, I don't know how the fuck people still watch this shit. If you still watch it, how you still watching it, bro? It's not interesting nobody. It's not interesting me. It's definitely not gonna interest you. So, and when I looked at when CM Punk came back, I was like, he went to AEW. You have all them wrestlers who are getting paid minimum by WWE are going to AEW. They're gonna have better careers, bro. AEW is doing something here, bro. After all those superstars they released, watch all those go right here. Go to AEW. Better business promotion, better chance to gain your credibility and gain some confidence to get into the wrestling ring. Because seems like WWF wasn't doing that shit, so they left. They released them for what? Why would you release one of your good wrestlers, bro? Why would you release them, bro? Dude, are they ass? Because last time I checked, your ratings were already ass. They were already ass. But you want to release talent? That's what the fuck y'all do? Y'all release talent? Nah, y'all definitely not getting my money. Hell no. And to CM Punk, damn. He returned to Chicago. Now, we know Chicago, how famous it is. All the rappers, all the players that played there, yeah. And possibly that man. You know, people, I watched the clip and I see CM Punk talking about how he was out of the league, the WWE, for 7 years. He was. That's just crazy. He came back. Now, I thought I watched earlier that CM Punk actually returned to WWE, but just to do an interview. And then he just bounced. And then he came there and then said he was going to wrestle again. And personally, being out the ring for 7 years and not even focus on, you know, your own wrestling craft is probably not the better mistake for him, but I think that he can possibly come back. If he does wrestle good, yay, what the fuck? Good. CM Punk's that dude. But if he comes back just doing some pity Barbie doll bullshit of wrestling moves, then bro, you just wasted your time, bro. You didn't focus on getting better. You just focused on coming back and getting the views and getting the money, and then not even focused on how good you wrestle. Because now you're gonna lose interest in fans if you can't wrestle any longer. Because this man has disrespected everybody, and now going from professional wrestling to MMA was the worst mistake he could ever do. Just like when Ronda went to WWE to get out of MMA, I thought that was the worst move. I thought Ronda should have never did that. I thought she should have stayed, which I personally think she will go back to MMA. Watch, she will, promise you. But for me, CM Punk, this is a good move to come back to your roots. But in order to come back to your roots, you gotta be able to study your roots. You gotta be able to work on your roots. You gotta be able to do the most simple things to be able to work on your craft, to be able to be in a professional wrestling ring. You gotta be able to perform good. You gotta be able to be in shape. You gotta be able to eat right. You gotta be able to perform those fantastic moves that everybody enjoys watching. You gotta be able to do that, bro. You gotta be able to learn that. And that's what I think CM Punk should have done, or he could have done that. I don't know. We don't know. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Pop CM Punk, though. That's the dude right there. You know what I'm saying? But last thing before I go, I want to get into, you know, people out there who are still suffering with COVID. You know, COVID is rapid. It's running through like hell, man. And then I just feel like I want to get into the mask mandates, you know. For about a year, all right, we have been dealing with COVID-19 since 2020, and I don't even want to talk about 2020, but we've been dealing with it since 2020. It's been a year. And people are like, oh, it's taking so long. Y'all, it's been a year. It's been a year since we had people lives taken because of a disease. Do I think the do I think that people should wear masks? If you don't want to get sick, and I care about everybody, I even care about the people who are supporting Donald Trump, who don't support the vaccine, who don't support the mask mandates, who don't support COVID-19, or are willing to die just to live their life just because they can't to keep people safe. I had some feels about the vaccine too. I felt like that was some bogus shit. I took it. I'm fully vaccinated, but personally, I am nervous. I feel like I wanted to look at more research into the vaccine because I didn't trust anything about it. That shit's dangerous. And I can tell you right now, I felt no symptoms at all. I felt nothing. Because I want to look deep into each vaccine and say, okay, is this one good? Is this one profoundly good? Is this one good to keep me away from the disease? Because I had the disease. I lost taste and smell. You know, it was worse. But personally, I think it's that they should have looked deep into the vaccine and then put it out, and then everyone would start getting it, and then everyone would have started, okay, let's go get this vaccine before COVID starts to kill us. No, they didn't give no perfect information. They're not like say doing some possibility. Oh, Texas governor, right, just put a mandate that you have to come to school wearing a mask as your dress code. That's tough. That's very tough. That right there is not going to get anybody nothing. You're not getting nothing out of it. Because you're going to come, because people are going to be like, oh, I want to do homeschool. I'm not going to school wearing a mask. That's not good. I'm not doing that. And now you're going to have a rampage going on in Texas now because people's like, what the hell, man? Like, what the? You have to make sure you try to encourage these people with relaxation and with the power, not overpowering, not using your power as much as you use as the fucking American government always does. You know what I'm saying? But it's America. This is what we're gonna live in, and people have a problem with it. Well, you got to deal with it for another 5 years because now, since people are not listening, people are gonna deal with COVID, and that COVID's gonna be here for a long time. Like the Black Plague was there for a long time. If you want to keep this going, it's gonna be here for a long time. So, yeah, I don't know what y'all on. Y'all want the vaccine or y'all don't? I didn't, but I did get it. But personally, I think I should have done more deep research into the vaccine before I took it. Because now I feel like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because they're not even giving the vaccines any more attention no more. I wonder why. I wonder why they're not giving the vaccines more attention. They lied. They lied. They lied. Now, let me tell you the reason why they lied about the vaccine. They said it was going to cover COVID-19. It's like, you're going to be protected. Everyone is still getting COVID. Having a vaccine in their body, people are still getting COVID. How is that possible? Did you not look at what could happen if people have COVID with the vaccine in it? Because they're still getting COVID. You have still people dying. And I bet you have people dying from the vaccine or from COVID with the vaccine in their body. We don't know that. No one knows that. I pray to God that He just heals this world, man. Because we just need to stay together. We have lots of people dying. Lots of people who are loved, who are most appreciated, who didn't get their flowers when they were here, and now they're getting their flowers now. We should appreciate the people that we love. Because if we don't, everyone's going to get taken. Everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to not be on the same page. And then it's going to mess up everything. And then you're going to have problems. Everyone needs to stay together, man. Everyone needs to change. Everyone needs to change the world. Everyone needs to change so the next generation can come up and not have to deal with the same thing. And personally, I think that we can all do it. We can. We can all do it, man. It don't matter if you're famous. It don't matter if you're the richest man in the world. It don't even matter if you're the brokest man in the world. Help each other out. Because that's the most important thing, is getting a relationship. Even if you don't even know the fucking man. or woman, whatever the fuck. But gain a relationship and gain respect, gain confidence. Only thing you gotta do. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. Yeah, we're just getting started, man. Road to, you know, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be the biggest, and I'm talking to you right now. I'm looking straight through you, through your soul. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be the biggest in the world. It's coming soon. It might not come right now. God has plans for man. God has plans for you and me, and we're gonna follow His lead. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell for more post notifications and more updates on the next video. But yeah, thank you for watching. One more thing before I leave though. Something big's coming. To the point where we're gonna have actual guests on this podcast, and then we're gonna actually talk. So yeah, we're just getting started, man. But thank you for watching, and yeah, I love y'all. Love y'all as family, and may God be with you all. Peace.